Have you ever been punched in your motherfucking face? What you say? Oh, you haven't? Alright, wait, bitch. 2-4 daily kid, fucking me. I am here, ho, ice cream, booger, color kiss, Sub-Zero, no, ho, boogers in my clique. We don't fear, ho.
This post-credit clarity presents weekly movie news where we react to movie news in real time. Zay, you got any news that you wanted to tell me about?
Yeah, there's speculation that Avengers Doomsday might move back a week.
Yeah, I
to
seen
December
that because
11th,
they scared of Doom.
So yes, on the surface, while this may look like Disney is afraid of Dune, and honestly, you could say that they are, because Dune is such a successful franchise that that might take away from what Disney is trying to do with Avengers Doomsday. But my whole thing is just that I know that Disney, the big thing about this is that Disney wants those IMAX screens. They want like the premium screening for Dune, and Dune has that lockdown from December 18th until like a couple weeks after that. So when Doomsday would be able to get IMAX is like mid-January,
which doesn't help them
instead of like
which doesn't
on
help
release
them
with
make as much money as possible.
Yeah. The only thing you would be able to do with that is like come see our movie again, which is
to be honest with you, bro.
Where
to be honest
Disney
with you,
wants
bro,
to go with it.
Because obviously everybody has been trying to recreate Barbenheimer, but the people forget that the reason Barbenheimer worked is because Barbie was a totally different audience than Oppenheimer. So having Doomsday be like a thing, to me always read as like dumb, because the niggas that are going to see Dune are also going to go see Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the intersectionality between the audience is the same. So for Dune to already have X amount of theaters locked down and to limit how much you're gonna like show Doomsday on like certain screens, to me was like almost serving up Dune on a platter. Because why would I go see Doomsday if I can go see Dune in IMAX? And I was looking to see both. You know what I mean? So I get why they pushed it back. It's just they keep pushing this movie back. Like
Well, they didn't push it back. That's the one thing. They haven't yet. It's speculation.
They should,
it's
though.
rumors.
They should, though.
It's not like a thing that they've done yet. Although they might. They're not gonna push it back. The only thing they would do is push it up a week to December 11th, to just do it the week before, and then you get IMAX screenings that whole week.
As much as we want MCU currently, they're getting back into the good graces of everybody's hearts. Like they're putting out projects that are like people are loving. I think we're slowly out of the era of bad MCU projects, and it may be a little early to say that, but it does feel like that a little bit. But seeing this reminds me very clearly that we're not out of the weeds just yet, because it's a representation of like mismanagement to me. Like why are we competing with Dune? We're fucking Marvel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why do we even have to consider either one making it come out a week early or pushing it a week back, so that like it doesn't conflict or we can make as much money as possible in comparison to Dune? Like, to me that just screams mismanagement.
I just want to say that because this is going to sound like heresy and this is going to sound like blasphemy to people that love Dune, that are listening to this and watching this. I love Dune. I love those movies. I think they're great movies. They're a big accomplishment for this decade. They're, amazing, fantastic, great sci-fi. We need more movies like Dune. I'm with you. I still think, even with the MCU in the state it is today, if Avengers Doomsday releases the same day as Dune, while on Twitter, people might be like, oh, nobody wants to see Doomsday. In real life, it is going to dwarf like Dune. It is literally going to, I genuinely feel like that. I feel like it's going to dwarf it. Because I think we forget like how big and crazy and like wild these Avengers like movies are, and how crazy people get for them. And I think like the first Avengers movie, the fact that we haven't had an Avengers movie in like 6 years,
yeah,
it's about to be. I think people are actually not prepared because we haven't had an Avengers movie in so long. People are like, and like, I love Dune, but like, Dune is not like the general audience appealing kind of film. Um,
Yeah.
Dune is very weird. There are people that I talked to about Dune that didn't love the first movie, watched the second one and thought it was too weird, and they're just like kind of out on the franchise. There are people like that. And those people are going to watch Avengers Doomsday because it's an Avengers movie. Like, I feel like and you were talking about this earlier, Billy, where you were saying like Barbie and Oppenheimer, the reason why those two films did so good is because Barbie was like this palate cleanser and it appealed to a different audience, and it also inspired the fans of Barbie to maybe go see a movie like Oppenheimer, which is a little bit more serious, a little bit more historical. It inspired the fans of Oppenheimer to go see Barbie, which is a little bit less serious, a little bit more playful with its tone. And it like inspired these like two different sections of fans to see each movie, and then it lifted those movies up. I think that the exact opposite would happen, in which that because it is the same crowd, only one of these movies is gonna get lifted up to the point like people are gonna decide like, do I want to see Dune or do I want to see Avengers Doomsday? And while film Twitter and while me and Billy might decide like, listen, we're gonna go see Dune first because we know that's gonna be a great film, 95% of the public is going to pick Avengers Doomsday. Like,
Yeah.
I promise you they would. But I do think that I think Disney is very interested in having their own weekend, their own moment, not being involved with anything else, not trying to do like a whole, they don't want to do the Doomsday. They're like, we don't fuck with y'all at all. It's like that meme in Family Guy where like it turns from white to black. That's how Disney is with these Doom movies coming out. They don't really fuck with them. So I think that they just want to they just want this movie to make as much money as possible, and they don't want to like leave anything to be questioned. But that is my whole take on that whole situation. Should they move it? I don't really care if they move it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go see both movies on the same day anyway. I'm gonna do a double feature.
Okay.
So I don't really
Okay.
care.